All right. We had to do the follow-up talking about Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Yeah.
Titans Go to the movies.
Here with some friends.
We went to the movies. We are the Teen Titans.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Here with some friends. Say your names. So
Brandon. No, that's Brandon.
Avery.
That's Brandon. I'm Avery.
I don't have any friends in this car.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
why are you here, homeless man?
Who is this?
He said he saw the movie, so he was like,
No, he just saw us recording this video. He just saw us recording this video in the car. and got
in.
Right.
Got to lock the door.
He got a gun to his back. So.
Hey!
Send help.
God, yeah, send help. Yeah, we saw Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Oh, you have notes about it?
No, I'm just
Damn it, I don't have my notes.
You didn't see him? He was taking notes during the movie.
I was not taking notes. I was trying to go to look up the director. It doesn't matter. This is a movie.
Will Arnett produced it.
Yeah, Will Arnett produced. Yeah, so you've seen the show. Imagine the show, but it's longer and like only 4 jokes work.
Yeah,
that's basically the movie.
Imagine the whole movie is waffles.
Right.
I wouldn't go that
right.
far.
No, there was a couple jokes in there that worked.
Waffles was the 4th worst.
That's true.
Meaning it wasn't
Waffles was bad, but I mean, I still like this more than Waffles. Okay, although I wouldn't watch this whole thing.
Do you think this is comparable to the 4th best episode then, where it's like most of the jokes don't hit?
Yeah. What was that? The Cruel Giggling Ghoul thing? Yeah,
the Scooby-Doo one with Brian.
Yeah.
I feel like they took a lot of the episodes and compiled them into an hour-and-a-half shit show.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the whole movie is the same plot as one of the episodes.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
a whole
I realized
episode
it too.
where Robin thinks he's not a real hero because he doesn't have.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. Didn't we watch
so
that?
quick synopsis. The Teen Titans Go are a bunch of little assholes. Batman has a movie, and the Teen Titans don't get respect. Well, mainly Robin is worried about getting respect, so his whole goal is to get his own movie. There's a movie lady who's going around making superhero movies, and she makes one of Robin, and it's a whole thing where it's a part of a sinister plan by Slade, who is actually in this. We actually got to see Slade in this. It's the actual return of Slade,
right?
And I wish they wouldn't have put him in the movie. But he was fun. Will Arnett played Slade.
He was alright.
Yeah, he was fine.
I just didn't like the fact that Slade is a serious villain, and of course, Teen Titans is like supposed to be funny, but a lot of his jokes didn't hit. And I didn't like the fact that like Slade was funny. Like,
I think one of the biggest issues with the movie in general is that a movie like Lego Batman on its surface level it sounds stupid and silly, and you're like, oh, it's going to be dumb. It's Legos, it's Batman.
Yep.
But it still had a good story. It had serious moments.
And had some hilarious jokes.
It had good jokes, and then it had serious moments to go along with those jokes.
Right.
It told a story, and this movie doesn't feel like it's doing that.
Nah, it's
just kind
very lazy jokes.
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen them do better jokes, but this majority, like 95% of this movie is all the shit jokes from the show. It's like too many songs. There's way too many songs, too many of them singing.
But then we have to realize,
reference?
Right? Honestly, you have to realize that it also is for kids too. Okay. I feel like this movie it watered it down so much from the show, and like they were like, okay,
the already watered down show.
Right, exactly. Now our target audience is toddlers. And this is what we're gonna do. A whole bunch of poo jokes, a whole bunch of booty jokes.
Yeah, there was way too many booty jokes.
And I was just so waiting, like I was waiting for it to get serious, honestly, or a really good joke.
It did have one or two really dark jokes.
Yo, yeah, the bit with Batman's
parents.
Batman's parents was funny.
Right, yeah, that was
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
The Aquaman was stupid though. That made no sense.
He got choked to death. He didn't drown.
He was in the water. He can breathe in water.
He didn't drown. He got choked to death by the plastic. It wrapped around his neck.
Okay. Yeah, there was a whole moment. Okay, so Robin wants to get a movie made about him, and then he's like, well, there's all these other superheroes, so him and the team travel through time with what were they?
Time bikes.
The time bikes, but they were
they're the drifter ones.
The fucking
I
had the 3-wheelers, had the little 3-wheelers, and they can travel through time, and so they go back and change.
Big wheels?
Big wheels, had a bunch of big wheels,
and they go powered by radness.
Yeah, powered by radness. So they do a montage. There's a lot of montages.
Yeah,
but yeah, they go back in time and they change the different origins. Which we got some Space Dad with Jor-El. That was sort of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
And they stop Krypton from exploding. They take Wonder Woman's lasso.
I feel like that whole spiel was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, the Batman thing is they send his parents, instead of going down crime alley, they send them through like happy alley or some shit. But when they get back to the present, the villains have taken over, so they just go back and undo what they just did. So there's a moment where they just push. They give Martha her pearls, and then they push her down crime alley, and immediately they take Bruce, and then immediately they just get shot up. That was so dark.
It was.
Yeah, the pearls going. That was like the darkest thing in the movie, but it was.
You should have seen like funny. Little Batman's face.
Yeah,
he was so distraught. I looked at his face. He was so distraught.
Yeah, and then there was another funny bit that was dark was when they did this song. What was the song? Because everybody liked the song. I thought it was alright though, but it's sung by Michael Bolton. It's
upbeat inspirational song about life.
Yeah, upbeat inspirational song about life. It's an 80s montage bit. And it's sort of like the 40-40-20, but not as cool. It's like if 40-40-20 was cool, this was like the cheesy 80s song with Michael Bolton singing, which was fun. But then there's the bit when they're like driving, and he plays. He's like a tiger, and he's got like a keytar, and they just run him over, and then they're like, oh snap, we just ran him over, and then
I think his dad's a cop.
Yeah, Snap was like, I think his dad's a cop. Run, and so they just run away. That was funny. That was another legit funny joke. Another thing that this movie did well that I like from the show is all the different DC inside jokes that they had throughout this.
A lot of them.
They had a lot of them. One in particular was they kept harping on a group called the Challengers of the Unknown, which for me and Wally I know was really funny because we actually know who they are, but it was just so random. Exactly, that was the joke. Like you've never heard of these guys,
and they're gonna get shit on.
And they just get shit on the whole movie.
I was really thinking that they were gonna come back as being like the main villain.
Yeah, but they're not that important. So
well, that's the thing.
Yeah, right? That's the thing. Yeah. But Challengers of the Unknown, if you don't know, they're basically the Fantastic Four without superpowers. They existed before the Fantastic Four, but then Jack Kirby took that idea and made it better.
Yeah.
But that was funny. There's like a bunch of different DC superheroes that appear.
The cameo would of course stay in.
The Stan Lee cameo. That was funny. It wasn't actually Stan Lee's voice though. I just looked that up.
I thought it was.
I thought it was too, but it was who I thought it was him, but he sounded old. It was Eric Boza. I don't know.
He's Aquaman.
Oh wait, no. He's Aquaman. No, that's Stan Lee's assistant. No, maybe it was actually Stan Lee then. Oh no, it was. My bad. It was Stan Lee. And it was hilarious. He popped up twice because he's Stan Lee.
And he's like, I love cameos.
Did you notice that for a lot of the cameo voices, like Nick Cage,
Lil Yachty,
Stan Lee, it kind of sounds like they were like doing their lines over the phone.
Almost. I didn't know it was
Patton Oswalt was the Atom.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt was the Atom.
When did Lil Yachty make a cameo?
He was Green Lantern.
He was Green Lantern.
He was Black Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
He also did the song at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he did the song at the end.
He wrote the Teen Titans rap. Well, wrote.
Oh, did he write that? Yeah, that's the thing. Quotes, yeah, the Teen Titans had a rap, which was sort of funny the first time, but it comes back like 3 other times.
I really thought it was going to come back more than that. Like every time he pulled out the speakers,
right,
I thought he did that song every time to the point of being annoying.
Right, I thought it was going to.
And then they kept doing like all the 80s music.
Yeah. But Slade's the bad guy. And he has mind manipulation, which is basically childish.
Dangling keys in your face.
Yeah, dangling keys in your face, really.
Or telling you to look at something that's not
look at something, or look at the spot on your shirt. Or
how do you do the thumb trick?
Yeah, make your thumb disappear. Or what was the other one? Oh, making the pencil rubbery.
Right.
Which, yeah.
Like, because happened. In the original Teen Titans, I love Slade. And then so it's just
Slade's badass.
Right. And so when they did him like that, I was just like, I mean, can't they make him serious just for a second? Well,
he was a little bit serious.
Like,
he was
more serious than
it was always like serious. Like the time it'd be like serious, funny, serious, fun. And
yeah, he was at least calling them out on their bullshit.
Right.
He wasn't quite a goofster, as Superman would say.
Right, yeah. I like Nick. I wish we could have really got more Nick Cage to Superman, because he was fun.
And Batman spoke once, but I didn't...
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel did his voice.
Oh, what? Why?
What?
Yeah, they said Jimmy Kimmel was Batman.
Wow. Jimmy Kimmel.
And the fact that Nick Cage as Superman was fantastic.
He shits on Affleck and Damon so much.
And Jimmy Kimmel, well, he get work.
Yeah, I guess.
The funny thing is they had Green Lantern. They had Lil Yachty as Green Lantern, but Phil Lamar was in the movie.
Who is he for? Who's in this?
Oh wait, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm blind. I can't read. It's not Phil Lamar. It's Phil Morris. Sorry.
Phil Lamorris.
I'm getting Justice League confused. Phil Morris was Vandal Savage. Never mind. Not in this. He in the Justice League cartoon. Anyway, they could have called up Phil Lamar. It's like they got him on a Rolodex, but
yeah, but he's not Lil Yachty.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lil Yachty's gonna bring the kids in.
Yeah.
There was a few. Yeah, thankfully it was not packed with a bunch of kids. I guess kids will like it. Because the few kids that wasn't here, they were really young, and I guess most of them
really
enjoyed it.
Loving it.
Right. Yeah.
I guess it wasn't.
The kids in our.
Yeah, there was a few kids that was enjoying it, but the other kids I didn't really hear that much. So either they were just really good at not being bad in theaters, or they just were asleep.
The kids in our row were...
Honestly, I thought you were asleep.
I was damn near asleep. I
looked at Gil, I was like, is he asleep?
I was like teleported to another location. Like, what was the part? When Robin was doing he had a song where he was like, what he wanted his superhero movie to be. That was when I was really checking out. Because the song, well, first of all, like I said, all the Teen Titans are little assholes in this. Like in the show, I haven't watched that many episodes. If you watched our previous video, but they were annoying, but in this one they are just complete assholes for like no reason. Like there's a moment where Robin is like, all right, I gotta go talk with this lady.
With him.
Yeah, don't do any shenanigans. He leaves 2 seconds later, hey, let's go do some shenanigans.
Let's do shenanigans.
And they just fuck with all the different superheroes on the movie set.
And start a fight.
Did they start a fight?
Superman.
Oh, well, that was because they find out that they were
doing the whole
but that was when
thing.
they were doing their shenanigans.
Oh yeah, and they got him to leave. That was funny when they got him to leave to save Lois. They was making all the jokes about Lois. Actually, there was another funny joke where they had where they were on the set. It was Superman and Batman were fighting, and he was like, "Our mom's name was Martha," and they were like all happy, and then Batman was like, "Wait, what's your dad's name?" And he's like, "It's Jonathan." And he's like, "Mine's Thomas," and they just get back to fighting. That was kind of funny. Mine's Thomas, and he just punches him, and then it's like cut. But so there's the director who was called Jade Wilson, and me and Wally, we thought she was we knew she was connected to Slade because of the Wilson last name, which Wally called on.
I literally, as soon as they said Jade Wilson, I was like, oh, Slade Wilson, Jade Wilson.
Yeah, see, when he said the Wilson, I was thinking it was the daughter because she's actually in the show. So I thought they was going to do
which is why I knew it wasn't going to be her, because she's an ally of theirs in the show.
Well, true, but I thought this was like maybe a prequel, or they was just like the continuity of the show really doesn't matter. I don't know. It
kind of didn't when you take in the fact that this is their first time meeting Slade in the movie.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that too.
Slade has a last name.
Yeah, Slade. Well, Slade is his name. Slade Wilson. In the comics, he's called Deathstroke.
Which I really hope. Right. I really wish they'd done that, where they'd call him Deathstroke in this.
They're not.
I know.
Right. Yeah.
But
because they kept calling him Deadpool, and like he should have been like, I'm Deathstroke. And like,
the Deadpool joke was funny the first time you saw it in the trailer.
It was funny when I saw it in the trailer. Yeah.
Right. There was another joke which because I didn't really watch that many trailers, but it was the Alfred joke where it was like that shit was funny though.
They cut that out of the trailer. The
Did
Alfred
they?
Part.
Okay, so there's a bit where like Robin, they're doing the premiere and they want to know what the new movie is, and it's like it's gonna be Alfred.
Right.
He's fighting. Right. And he's like fighting. He's like cleaning shit and running down the alley. Then there was like
the crime fighter.
Yeah, the grime fighter. Then there's like the Batmobile movie. And then the friggin' utility belt movie.
I thought when you said we're talking about Alfred, I thought you were getting at the when he's chasing him in the Batmobile.
Oh, right, yeah, I love that. That was funny.
They blow that up. He's on the Bat scooter. They blow it up.
He's on the Bat skates.
He's on the skates, and then they blow those up.
And he's on Alfred.
And then he's on Alfred's back.
Alfred is like shopping. Alfred is running like Tom Cruise with Batman on his back. Yeah. He chased down the Teen Titans because they were being mind controlled by the director who turned out to be Slade! Oh no!
Surprise!
Surprise! Although I have to say, I was more confused by this villain reveal than I was in Incredibles 2, because I already knew, spoilers for Incredibles 2, that old girl was a villain. This one, I was like, she's a villain. I didn't know necessarily she was Slade, but it's like, okay. But, very obvious.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of going to go with, like, oh, she's like his wife or his sister or something.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
they're not that deep.
True, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think they're that deep.
Sister would have been like...
It's like, oh, it's Slade's sister.
I thought it was his daughter, but anyway. Cousin or some shit.
He is Slade.
They could have even gone so far as been like, yeah, Slade was a woman underneath the costume the whole time.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, he was fine. I wish he was Batman, but whatever. Yeah. But yeah, Lego Batman is a much better movie.
So I guess
Incredibles 2 is a much better movie.
Lego Ninjago is a much better movie.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm expecting.
Oh wait, the other bit that was really funny.
Waiting to Exhale is better.
No, the other bit that was really funny was it was a dream sequence where they did the opening to Lion King.
They did it with Disney.
Oh yeah,
it was like a Disney style, but it was like all the superheroes were the animals. Like there was the Green Lanterns were like the Flash was the first animal, and then there was like the Green Lanterns were like the antelopes, and like Aquaman and Mirror were like fish, and the Hawks were flying, and it was like they were all going to Gotham City to see Batman, who was like Mustafa on like a leg, and they was going to see the new thing, and it was Robin was Simba, and then they're just like, oh, you brought us here for that, and then like that joke was
actually pretty dark because he was like, and Batman was like, and throws him over the ledge.
Threw him over the ledge like Scar. That shit was so funny. But yeah, like I said, there was a few funny bits in there, but they were almost far, the middle part sagged.
Too far in between.
I have to say, I fucking hate Beast Boy in this show. I've seen enough episodes, and it's like he is just a constant annoyance.
Nuisance.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know.
Raven was good in this.
You love Raven anyway. You
she was
weirdo.
Yeah. She didn't do anything. Really, but yeah,
I like Beast Boy.
They couldn't have made her worse. That's the thing.
I actually like Beast Boy.
Cyborg is annoying in this. I think Starfire is my favorite, although her pun is just saying the in front of things.
Yeah, her joke is.
That got old.
Beast Boy has yo, so I mean, like,
he's got yo, he's got mamas, he's got
adding S's on
things. He's speaking in broken language like he's like from the fucking 30s. It's like Beast Boy is just annoying as hell.
Yeah.
So as far as like
Cyborg is annoying because he's just shouting and playing music all the time.
The action scenes in the movie were really good though.
The animation and action was pretty nice.
Right, yeah, that like when they
weren't making jokes and they were actually doing stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
When he finally had the fight with Slade, that was
the big mecha Slade thing.
I think the first fight with Slade was really good.
Yeah, when they was chasing him. Yeah, when they was chasing through the sky, that was sweet. Yeah,
the opening fight
that.
Before they started the rap was pretty good.
Yeah, the opening fight was nice.
Towards the end of the rap.
Yeah, the opening fight was nice.
Yeah.
They fight, what was it called, Balloon Man? Yeah, Balloon Man. That was kind of funny when he was breaking in and he's got like the balloons and the vaults and he's just walking around floating vaults. That was kind of funny. There was a little skit, well not skit, it was like a little short at the beginning of the movie I didn't need, but I probably liked that more than the entire movie, I have to say.
Yeah, it was good. Animation was nice.
What was it, DC
Supergirls or something.
Yeah, like DC Supergirls is a thing with Batgirl.
Yeah, it's a kid's show and a toy.
Yeah, and the toy line. Yeah, and had Batgirl trying to get with the other Supergirls to stop Mr. Freeze. Yeah, and it's like her waiting for her dad to fall asleep.
They used the voice actor from Batman the Animated Series for Mr. Freeze in that scene.
I could have swore he's dead.
Is he? But then a really good.
I could have swore that man is dead. I'm not sure.
They brought him back to life.
They brought him back to life for this, and it was worth it, I guess. Right. Yeah, that was, like I said, you can just watch that and just leave, because if you watch the show, you don't really need to see the movie. So, grades. What would you grade this movie? On a letter grade or a scale of 1 to 10?
Let's do a scale of 1 to 10. It's a little bit easier.
Okay, so you go.
So, scale of 1 to 10, I would give this movie a solid 3.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I would give it
solid 3.
A solid 3.
And this is from a fan of the show.
Right. I actually like the show, but I feel like the movie didn't really like capture the essence and like the funny part. Like I said, it was a watered down version of an already watered down version.
Okay. So, all right. That's respectable. What you say, Wally?
I'm gonna be a little bit
All right.
More ass kissing, but I'm still only gonna give it a 5.
5, okay. So
I was thinking about giving it a 5, but I was like, I can't even give it half.
It's perfectly average. It doesn't do anything wrong with what they already had, but it doesn't add anything to it either. It's a kid. And I hate saying this because I do think it's a really shitty excuse to be like, oh, it's a dumb kids movie, but this one was made to just be a dumb kids movie.
It is a dumb kids movie.
It is.
And you shouldn't let a film pass on that, because I do think kids are smart enough to be told to, again,
they are, because there was a little girl that was sitting in front of me who I could hear from time to time was calling out the dumb shit in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like kids
are not stupid.
Kids are definitely smart enough to follow.
Yeah.
A more
she was
adult.
probably like 8 or 9.
If that.
But
follow like an adult storyline. I mean.
Yeah. On grades, well, I do both 1 to 10 and letter grade. 1 to 10, he said 3. I think I give it a 4. Because, like I said, the animation isn't garbage. Yeah. Unlike other recent kid things I've seen, like the new Teen Titans, not Teen Titans, the new Ninja Turtles cartoon and the Thundercats Roar. So I'll give them a 4 for the animation being good. There's a couple of good jokes. There's a lot of inside DC jokes. And
fun for you and I.
Oh yeah, if you're a DC fan and you notice those things, it is really fun.
Ted Kord's in the movie, which is
Blue Beetle.
Cool for me.
It's his favorite. Yeah. And Jonah Hex is in there. Yeah, there was another
Jonah Rex.
Jonah Rex. Yeah, they had little movie posters in the background. They had like Jonah Rex, and there was like What's Up Doc, which was Doc Manhattan as Bugs Bunny.
Superman with the mustache.
Superman, yeah, they had Superman with the mustache.
Warner Brothers is still mad about that.
Yeah, that was funny.
They were like, we have to have this in there.
Yeah, they had a bunch of different things. They had like a Batman Superman thing, but it was like Batgirl and Supergirl thing. Letter grade, I give this like either a D plus or like a C minus. I guess C minus. D plus. Fuck it, D plus.
Not a fail.
Not a fail. You barely made it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
High school.
Yeah, right. It was a pass.
I'm the Teen Titans of this group.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Let's go of this group.
Yeah, it's a pass. Oh, speaking of which, there's a little mid-credit scene where they do a little bullshit shout out to the original show that they might be coming back. I'm not buying it, but they might bring it back. Who knows?
I don't think they'd put it in there for no reason.
Right.
I knew about it going.
Why would it be like a teaser though? Because now I kind of like this movie makes me miss the old Teen Titans.
This movie's gonna do well.
It'll do all right. I think it'll do all right. But
I mean, you remember this? You know the whole thing. Like Chris Sipes was the one who got on Twitter and said, like, "Hey, if this movie makes 200 million, some shit,
yeah, they'll bring the original show back.
They'll use the money to bring, And it feels like them going like, hey, if you go see this half-assed movie, we'll give you what you want.
Yeah, well, they brought Young Justice back, so
they did.
That's the only good Teen Titans thing that's going on right now, because they got the new show coming out, which looks like hot trash.
Serious Teen Titans.
They got that's like the other end of the spectrum. It's like this is too cartoony. Now the live-action show is way too serious and cheap looking. And then they got
does look really cheap.
The comic is whatever right now.
Are you talking about the Teen Titans where they're like where Robin's like killing people?
Yeah. See, he's not even a DC fan. He knows about the fucking.
He doesn't kill anybody.
He does kill people.
He steps on the guy's neck.
He broke the guy's neck.
He broke the guy's jaw, according to the showrunner.
Bullshit.
Oh, bullshit.
Bullshit.
He broke his neck.
He broke his neck. He shot 2 guys.
The showrunner came out and he was like, he didn't shoot him. He shot above them to scare them. And the other guy.
Bullshit.
I know.
You can hear the bullet impact.
A black woman with weave.
That's not even.
That's another show.
When that show airs and none of us see it because you have to pay.
Right, and
you have to pay for it, right?
Right, it's like it's supposed to be like Netflix, and I'm like seeing numerous ads on Facebook and on my Instagram are like, hey, come get the DC ad. I'm just laugh emoji, like, get the fuck out of here. This is a fucking joke. Just give me my Young Justice on Blu-ray. That's all I need. Fuck everything else. Just no. I own everything else. Stop. Do better. Sorry for spoiling it, but there's really no need to say no spoilers.
Yeah,
who gives a shit?
Right, no one. You shouldn't care if you do.
Yeah, if I could add one more thing, while I do give it a perfectly average score, don't see it.
Oh, that was a little funny bit at the end where Robin was trying to do a little speech, and they're like, credits, and then like right before he's like, kids, he's like, children in the audience, ask your parents where babies come from. Then it cuts off. That was funny. That was actually a little funny bit. But that's all we got to say, really. Yeah, that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's Gil. I'm Avery. That's Brandon, and that's his chops. All of a sudden.
Hey, yeah. Do you like the chops? Let me know in the comments. But thanks.
I can't wait to comment on this video. Hell no, no. Get them shits out of here.
Thanks. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and pass on this movie.
Yeah.
Bye.
Finish this thought. I am a slave to...
the booty.